My name is Doug. Today, I read the worst Teletubbies CREEPYPASTA I've ever read in my life. Was I even supposed to find this? I'm pretty sure there was like parts to it or something, because this guy's talking about like he found 2 Booba DVDs or something like that. Anyways, roll the video. So today I'm reading, as my first story is Teletubby Soldiers, which is, has quite the weird intro because, the intro is like gone for some reason, I don't know why. Anyways, it starts like this, it's very weird. Well, the producer behind those horrible Teletubby episodes have been revealed. Be prepared as I tell you this. I was home alone. My mom had gone shopping with my foster brothers. My dad was at work and my older sister was spending time with her friends. At this moment, I just decided to dig for more lost items. Again, no other lost items are mentioned, so I don't know why it says more lost items, but that's just the issue with the story. Anyways, I grabbed my dad's metal detector and I hovered it over every ground level. Okay, just then, the machine let out its alert sound and I grabbed a shovel to dig it out, revealing a cardboard box. Okay. How? Okay. I carried the box into my house. Once I opened it, it was a Teletubbies DVD. The cover depicted the Teletubbies in a red background, with Lala being the nearest, and there was a caption above saying, Hovercraft and Other Stories. Okay, I have no idea what hovercraft is, but okay. The DVD. That's what it looks like, I guess. Right. I looked surprised seeing the rare find. I checked out the DVD. As I looked behind the episodes was Hovercraft number 6 version 2. Okay. Sparkly Spider, feeding my baby sister, and 4 times in a row. A strange title for a Teletubbies episode named Soldiers. What do soldiers have to do with Teletubbies? I asked in confusion. However, I inserted the DVD into my DVD player and got into a comfortable position. Whoa, it's crazy. It's almost like it's gonna be uncomfortable or something. Okay. The DVD opened up with ABC DVD indent. Yeah, like the company, I guess. Like with the other 3 DVDs, I discovered the BBC indent and the ABC for Kids indent before it took me to the DVD menu. The menu consisted of the Teletubbies watching the Nunu tidy up their blankets from the episode named Hovercraft with the same menu buttons, like in every Teletubbies DVD. So does that mean this person is an avid fan of Teletubbies? What is the chance that this person who loves Teletubbies so much, apparently, because he's watched every DVD for some reason, gets this in his backyard? Totally unrealistic and terrible writing. I then pressed play all so I can watch the episode. Okay, why did you add this? Why is it phrased like that? Okay, I'm just nitpicking. Whatever. The first 4 episodes were good, but the last one, good God. Okay, very subtle there. Before the episode started, a warning came up which read, "This episode of Teletubbies was the last known project made by Ted Morgan before he was fired in 2001. It may contain some content that may not be suitable for younger audiences. Please watch at your own risk." Was he fired? Okay, I don't think he was fired, was he? Someone tell me anyways. I was surprised and shocked to finally know that the criminal's name, Ted Morgan, was behind all of those atrocities. What atrocities? Okay, the intro was different. Instead of it taking place at daytime, it took place at nighttime. Dude, that is so fucking scary. I just shot my pants, dude. The baby sun was also replaced by a moon, with a baby's face, also known as the Moon Baby from one of Tobu Cow Studios encounters from the Teletubbies episode. Are we fourth wall breaking? Is this a spin pasta thing? I don't read spin pasta, and I probably won't read another one after this. Anyways, the theme song played as normal, despite being in a night setting. Once the theme song ended, the voice trumpet rose on the screen. But instead of saying, "Where have the Teletubbies gone?" it said, "The shadow figures are coming to Teletubbyland." Oh my god, I just shat my pants. After the voice trumpet said that, the first segment played. But it was still taking place at night. It showed a shot of the Teletubby house for 8 seconds. Whoa. That's some meta. Crazy writing. 8 seconds. Not 9, not 7, 8. Anyways, until Lala walked into the shot. Oh, she said this fucking sucks, dude. Lala was looking around, trying to think of something to entertain herself. Just then, her shadow began to move on its. I got confused for a second. Why is her shadow moving? I asked in confusion. Lala was entertained by this. She began to dance when it moved by itself. Okay, yes. Just then, the magic windmill began to spin. Oh, she said. Lala's shadow began to move again as she ran off to find the other Teletubbies for a TV event. Anyone who doesn't know, a TV event is like when they the fucking Teletubby windmill gods choose what television appears. Who like broadcast the TV on their it's so fucking dumb. Anyways, Dipsy was chosen for the TV event. And there were 2 twin boys around 6-7 years old. Oh my fucking god. 6-7. Anyways, come and see, the older twin said. The boys went into their room and brought out toy soldiers to play with. We have Team Green, the older twin said, and Team Blue, the younger twin said. The boys then began to reenact army battles. What made the entire TV event off was the boys recreating death scenes seen as in war movies. Oh my god, I just again with these freaking terrifying suspenseful words, dude. I felt really concerned seeing those boys reenacting scenes. Okay. What war movie? Can you be a little more specific? If it's like it could be a kid war movie, it could be like a World War II movie, it could be like literally anything. Like it's not scary. You gotta do better. Anyways, the blue team wins, the younger twin said. The boys then waved goodbye to the camera, like in every Teletubby episode. Dude, you watched every Teletubby episode. Okay, it should have shown the moon baby before it cut off to a shot of the Teletubby's house. Nobody was present. It was just utter silence aside from a fake Halloween wind and a shot of the house at night. Okay, I was bracing myself for a scare, but luckily there wasn't. It's a kid's show. Why are you bracing yourself for a scare? Nothing as scary has happened except it being night and I guess kids knowing stuff from war movies. Okay, it's not the most unusual thing. The doors opened, revealing to the 4 Teletubbies themselves. Uh-oh, they said. One day in Teletubbyland, the night had begun. The Teletubbies had gone for a night stroll. Teletubby night stroll, the quartet spoke. Then the Teletubbies walked off to have the stroll. As they walked over the hills, they heard a childlike giggle from the distance. The Teletubbies heard this and looked concerned. What's that? Tinky asked. Tipsy then spoke, talking in a full sentence. Don't worry about it. That's just how it goes. That's not Dixie. That's not how Dipsy sounds at all. It's more like Dipsy. Yeah. I was surprised to hear a Teletubby talking a full sentence. I was impressed. Yeah, now actually think about it, that would be very weird. But not really. So that would be something you could mention at the start of the story. Is that like something subtle that's off, maybe? Like, maybe he could start just doing like one of the Tubbies, like say something unusual, like yeah, as you said, a full sentence. Like, that would be fully upsetting because like something's slightly wrong with him. It could be just a mistake or something, Just then, the same giggle was heard again. Can you hear that? Lola asked fearfully. That's not how Lola sounds. Just then a red and white light illuminated from a hill. There's a light over there. Come on, The quartet ran. It says the ran instead of they ran. Or then, what? The quartet ran to the light to see what it was for? Yeah, then. It's supposed to be then. Anyways, the quartet then ran to the light to see what it was for. When they found the lock, they stepped into it. They noticed their shadows were moving by themselves. The Teletubbies got confused and worried. What's happening? Asked Dipsy. The Shadow Tubbies. This image just says the Shadow Tubbies. Anyways, the shadows continued moving until they formed into duplicates of the Teletubbies. I mean, that's kind of how shadows work. But with darker shades in the light beneath them disappeared. Who are you? Asked Tinky. Hello, we are the Shadow Tubbies. Spoke the shadow for sure. It's like 5 minutes of pretty shit. Shadow Bonnie, Shadow Fruity type shit. Anyways, what brings you here? Lola asked. We heard that your land is too colorful. We have to clean it. Whoa, we got some tubby racism over here. They're impure apparently, said Shadow Dipsy. Shadow Tubbies then pointed their hands towards the entire land, shot magical powers out of them. Is this supposed to be scary? Anyways, everything in Teletubby land had turned dark gray. What just happened? I asked myself. Shadow Tinky Winky turned to the real Teletubby and said, You're next. Run away, the Teletubby said. They ran away from the Shadow Tubbies to hide. Get them, Shadow Lola called. Wow. This has an image of the Teletubby dome, but it's black and white. Wow, creative. The Teletubbies continued running from the Shadow Tubbies and attempted to run into their house. However, Shadow Tubbies somehow teleported in front of them. The Teletubbies gasped in shock, seeing those evil duplicates in their way. You're not going anywhere. Childish freaks. Shadow Tinky Winky said. Hey, Dipsy shouted, don't talk to us like that. Okay, so they're all talking in full sentences. They're talking proper English. No one's going to talk about that. Alright. Well, Shadow Tinky Winky just chuckled at Dipsy's response. Well, in that case, all 4 of the Shadow Tubbies began to talk in union. Time to put those Teletubbies to an end once for all. The Teletubbies, sorry, not the Teletubbies, the Shadow Tubbies then pointed their hands towards each Teletubby and charged up some power before suddenly shooting powers out of their hands. Whatever, bro. Shadow Tinky Winky attacked Tinky Winky with his poison power as the latter began to choke on the poison. Shadow Dipsy attacked Dipsy with his toxic power, causing his skin to mutate. Shadow Lala attacked Lala with her electricity as her fur began to fry. Shadow Poe attacked Poe with her fire, causing her to burn alive. This is like Slunny Tubby shit. Poe has fire in the Slunny Tubbies. Tinky has electricity and Dipsy has like toxic powers too, I guess. And the 4 Teletubbies screamed in agony as they were being harmed really, really badly by their shadow versions. No shit. Anyways, their screaming drowned out his distorted music box version of the Teletubbies theme playing in the background. I sat through that horrible scene, not even bothering to eject the DVD. Good God, how horrible! I whispered under my breath about the Teletubbies that fell on the ground in pain. The camera then slowly moved across to reveal each Teletubby's states. Tinky Winky was poisoned and there was vomit next to him, implying he vomited. No shit! Dipsy had his arm mutated. Luckily no blood or exposed flesh was visible, while his fur was sparked, and Poe's corpse was the most heartbreaking. She had been completely burnt to death, which was similar to Jesse's burnt corpse from the Texan Zerg trailer. Who the fuck is Texan Zerg? Shadow Tubbies then laughed stupidly and walked off. Okay. The Moon Baby had witnessed aftermath and she began to cry. I felt like crying at the Moon Baby, but I held back my tears. Dude, I know the fucking Teletubbies, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry too. The Tubby Bye Bye segment played, but instead of the voice saying, "Time for Tubby Bye Bye, time for Tubby Bye Bye, time for Tubby Bye Bye," 3 times, it said in a demonic voice, "The shadows have now taken over Teletubby Land." Then it played the credits as usual. But instead of the regular Teletubbies going inside the hole, Shadow Tubbies took their place. Once the credits ended, it showed the Ragdoll and the BBC logos. But the Ragdoll logo was entirely black and white. Blood was faintly visible in the background. I sat through the entire episode as I was shaking in fear before the same red-tinted ABC DVD logo came back. When the DVD zoomed in, the whoosh was overlapped with the same reverb female shriek from the 2 Lost Booba DVDs I discovered, which scared the crap. I'm clearly missing out. Is this like a part or something? I know what Booba is. It's already scary enough. It then showed the ABC for Kids logo, but it was entirely different. Once the B was about to form the ABC Lisa Juice curve, I don't know what that means. The bee got shot in the head with a gun. Whoa. The bee then fell down to the ground. As the ABC Lisa Juice curve was still visible through the logo. DVD then ended and took me back to the menu. I ejected the disc and later texted my mom about the episode. But luckily she believed it. Okay, luckily, yeah, really, that is real. My mom would fucking beat the shit out of me. Instead of destroying it, she reported the DVD to Ragdoll and ABC. We heard, why would you do that? Why would you not destroy it? It's an evil cursed thing. Why would you not destroy it? Oh my god. We heard about the entire story of Ted Morgan from Ragdoll, and ABC wanted the DVD back, so we sent it back to them. I guess I can associate it with Teletubbies again, and I reassured myself that I can keep liking it, even if I don't feel like taking an interest in it. Do you have like a fucking hyperfixation on Teletubbies? Clearly, and Booba too, I guess. Ted Morgan. Anyways, Ted Morgan is the man who was behind this horrifying Teletubby episode. Thank God he got what he deserved. Avoid his tricks, avoid them. Wow, that's the end of the story. Wow. I just want to say that was really, really bad. That was the worst thing I've ever read. Anyways, see you next time, I guess, because I'll be reading more.